Welcome back, everybody. This is Darren with B&H Railroad. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. Well, I just wanted to kind of touch base on what I've done, what things have changed, and where I'm headed to now. So, the last video I put out was of me finishing, and I use that term loosely, finishing Fowler Yard. Now, I haven't named that yard before, and since it's the biggest yard on the layout as of now, I wanted to name it after my dad, and that's my dad's last name, so it's Fowler Yard. And there's a couple other different industries that I'll have that will have his nicknames and that sort of thing, since he's no longer with us. And he was always a big part of the trains in some way, shape, or form. He'd always come upstairs and sell a couple of the magazines and go downstairs and read them, and then bring them back up and kind of exchange. So I kind of felt like I was a library there for a while for him, but it was something that he enjoyed, and I enjoyed him enjoying it. So Fowler Yard was where we left off on the part 3 series, and there is going to be one more part to that. I finally did get the turnouts in, and I got more track in. So with that being said, I'm going to flip the camera around here and we'll show you what we've been working on. And I say we, and apparently I have a mouse in my pocket, but hey, we'll go with that. Well, and as you can see, this has now become the junk peninsula. Nothing up there has changed. I haven't even ran the coal mine lead yet. And that will be something I'll do here in a little bit. And the reason all of this is up here is because I'm actually going through all of those bins, reorganizing, because everything in this layout room is going to have a place soon, and I just need to get organized. So this is kind of how I'm doing it. Alright, so not much has changed in the coal yard area, and that was mainly due to because I was waiting for more roadbed and track. Well, I used up the last strip of cork I had, so now I'm going to transition into cork roadbed, which is okay. I just didn't really want to go and spend more money on the sheets. So I had this laying around. I figured I'd use it, and then when I got my other box of cork roadbed in, then I would pick up. Because, I mean, once this is all done with scenic material, you'll never see the difference. So, you know, and then plus on a couple of these, I'm going to put, like, you know, laying water and whatnot. So you'll really never even tell that that was there. So I'm not really worried about that. So let's jump around to over on that side. We'll look down here and I'll show you exactly what I had to do there. So as you can see, I had to redo a little bit of roadbed there. And the reason being, it was once I laid the inside main line, I realized the outside main line was actually too close, and the locomotives and all as it, or rolling stock would come around those curves, the two would tangle up and cause a huge mess. So I had to move the outer main out some to make sure I had plenty of clearance. Still a little tight in there, but it is workable this time to where I won't have any rolling stock or anything like that that actually runs together on that curve there. So that's what I did there. Actually, I can pull those up, start laying track, so I'll probably get to that tomorrow. And as you can see, still a little tight in there, but believe it or not, between this track and when this track is laid, I will have plenty of space in between to where none of the rolling stock will actually come together. But you can see a faint line right here, and that was where the old roadbed was. So that needed to be pushed out actually, and I'm glad that I caught that before I started laying this track here. So not much has really changed since I did my last part 3 of my yard series. But that's what the yard ended up looking like. I did do away with that 5th track. I just feel like it's going to be better used as a you know, like a service road, whatnot, for different vehicles and all, and I think it's just going to add some interest to the layout. So I'm glad that I did that, and those of you that told me to do that, I appreciate it. One of the other things I did, that's right, I did move my main line away from the wall, and as you can see, the tape marks are still there from that tape that I used to hold my track down. So this is the main line, bends in a little bit, and goes right there. And then there's that switch right underneath these cars here, which will go straight and then around. So that'll be part of part 4. And I'm not really sure yet how I'm going to do the engine facility and a refueling station and all of that yet, but I'm not really worried with that as of yet. That'll probably come well after the second level. So when I feel like I'm interested in doing that, then I'll do it. As of right now, I'm just not. So nothing else really changed much here. However, I have all of my tracks, all the feeder wires dropped, which is good. So now this is the new section. All of this from here over, including the lift out, is all new. And that was because when I wanted an actual working drill track, I needed to make some arrangements and to make it to where the train can pull down here, the switchers can pull down and push everything into the yard without failing the main line. So I had to redo everything, and what I ended up doing was I took out, if you remember, there was a small curve section here, and this was all hollow back here, meaning there was no plywood, it was just the foam board back there. So I took that all out, put this complete piece in here. This is new, and then this angled piece. And then I redid my lift out the way I do it. I have it blocked in here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So I have these two little blocks here to keep it from shifting this way, and I still have my pins, my wooden dowels over here. And I've decided my drill track will connect back here, so this section of track will eventually come out. There'll be a turnout here, which will lead into there and tie into here. Now the reason I left that out for now is because I want to put my turnout in first and then run my track, because I can almost get a full section of flex track in here. I'll have to do a little cutting, but not much. But I want to, be exact with my measurements when I take that section out and then put the curved, or not the curved turnout in. I'm sorry guys, the turnout. It's been a long day. I'm back to working long hours again, so haven't really had a lot of time out here. But so the last thing I'm going to do tonight before I go inside is I'm going to make my cut here and then make my cuts there, and then this will sit overnight like this. Everything's good to go. It's actually dry now, but I want to make sure it cures. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Let's see, I feel like so since this is going to be my main workstation, I decided that, having my main control panel to run the NCE system, that I would move it from this location here to this location once I get my fascia up. So they'll go here, and then the UTP panel will actually be placed down here somewhere. And then I will have one in the middle here. And then of course I'll kind of just go around the layout like that. That way each main section has a, the option to plug and play, if you will. But it just kind of made sense with this being where I'll be doing most of my tinkering on the rolling stock and locomotives and, buildings and whatnot, that I have something close here versus, directly behind me where it's at. Well, so that wraps it up pretty much for this layout update. I truly hope everybody's doing well with everything that's going on, and main thing is just remember, treat each other with respect, and realize we're all in this together. So come out, we can only come out better, right? But anyway, I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend, and who knows, maybe I'll do a live video chat Sunday night. I don't know, maybe not, maybe. All right guys and gals, y'all have a good one. Stay safe.